Good morning, guys, and welcome to the Time Zone Junkies' first ever van life vlog. How are you feeling?
I don't know what to do, to be honest.
Anyways, if you're new here, maybe we should present ourselves. I'm Malin, and this is my husband Alex. I'm from Sweden. Where are you from?
I'm from England, and together we live in Spain, or have for the last year and a half or so. But now we live in a van.
Yes, we just moved into a van a few days ago. We actually chose not to make a video about that because we just wanted to get into the, what do you say in English? Swing of things.
Exactly.
This one is also working Monday to Friday in the van, so we're not traveling full time like we used to do in the past. We used to hitchhike around the world and do all sorts of crazy things. And if you want to watch those videos, up here is the link for that. Anyways, we're just gonna get on with it. We are parked up in a not a very pretty parking lot.
Hey, look,
actually.
There's the bins. Yeah, glamorous.
Yeah, we're right next to a recycling station. Very close to where we are, just a short walk. There is supposed to be a very, very beautiful beach, and we're gonna take you there now. Okay, so this is our van, Vandee. She is actually called Vandee. We had a christening the other day with our neighbors, a forced christening, where they wanted to smash a bottle on her bumper. We didn't in the end because we touched it a little bit with the bottle and some paint came off the metal, and we were like, no, this is not a good idea. But she's got christened. You say that?
Christened.
Christened. She got christened, and her name is Vandee, and we're standing here in this not so lovely parking lot. We've been on the road, like I said, for a few days already. We stood in another place in Altea. This is on the east coast, and we just took it easy for a few days, had breakfast at this beautiful beach. We needed to have that experience to ourselves without you guys, but from now on you're with us. Guys, this is absolutely magical. Look at that view behind me. That is something else. We actually came here by chance. We were supposed to drive somewhere else yesterday after running some errands, but we ran short of time and needed to find a park up closer by, and this is what we found. And we arrived here in the evening, so we didn't get to see it. How amazing. Sometimes, you know, going without a plan is actually better than having a plan. We really want to get the drone up in the air, but it's a wee bit windy and we have a Mavic Mini that can't handle strong winds, so I think we're just gonna have to do with our normal camera shots today. I hope you will enjoy it anyways. I know I certainly will.
Just enjoying the views. This place is called Calamarig, and there are loads of other calas, which I guess means cove, I suppose actually. Yeah, it's pretty epic and pretty majestic and just huge actually. Some of these cliff faces are so big, they must be a couple of 100 meters high. Yeah, really beautiful.
Are you glad we ended up here by chance?
Yeah, our long errand running yesterday took us here thankfully, so yeah, great spot.
So as you can see behind me here, there's some kind of arch. It looks really, really cool. Like we said earlier, we had done no research on coming here because it was decided at maybe 8 o'clock in the evening after dumping our toilet for the first time, or the insides of our chemical toilet, that we will have in another video when we're doing, because that's not a very nice business. Check this out. So behind me here is obviously the beach, as you can see, and it looks absolutely stunning. However, we're not gonna walk onto the beach now. There are some stairs up that way, and we're gonna walk around the edge of that cliff and see what's on the other side of it.
Just heads up guys, this is a zona peligrosa, dangerous area, so better go careful.
So So that was a little bit of an anticlimax. Not the view though, because that's absolutely amazing. But I thought we would be able to walk quite far around that rock edge, but it's just a few meters. Nevertheless, that is something special. And I will say it over and over again this morning, I'm so happy that we chose to come to this little cove because it's gorgeous. I don't know how many adjectives I can come up with. Gorgeous, stunning, amazing, mind-blowing. Can you come up with any more, Alex?
Fantastico, fantastico.
Fantastico. He became Italian there for a little bit.
Stupendo.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh.
Some pretty amazing views, guys. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, it's a pretty incredible way.
There are actually a few people on the beach. They have been arriving. What time is it?
It's now 10 in the morning.
Yeah, so it's still pretty early, and obviously we're still in May, so the season hasn't even started yet because people are still working. And the summer holidays are in August, I think, in Spain.
Yeah.
So I imagine this place gets really, really full in the summer. We're not going to get in the water because it's pretty rough. The wind is very strong, as I mentioned earlier, but I think with all the viewpoints we managed to show you what the place looked like anyways. Who needs a drone? We filmed for several years without a drone.
Well, we're quite high up anyway, so you got a good viewpoint.
Exactly, that was my point, exactly. Now we're gonna go down and get a view of the sea from the actual beach, and then I think we're gonna head back to the van again because this one is teaching English online to...
Yeah.
Who are you teaching to?
Chinese kids from 11:30 to 3 o'clock every day. Well, Monday to Friday. So it kind of
Yeah.
breaks up our day a bit stupid hours, but...
Yeah,
what
so we used to vlog full time and travel full time, but in the last few years, I mean the last year and a half, we haven't been traveling, but before that we would have way more time to travel around because we would have savings. Now we're earning money as we go, so
Yeah.
it's a bit different.
Savings have gone.
And we're not hitchhiking, we're paying for fuel in our van,
Yeah.
so that's more expensive. And you know what the fuel prices are like? We're going to travel super slowly around Spain because yes, if you haven't watched our Q&A, we are going to travel around Spain to start with, and then we will see what happens.
Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.
So whilst Alex is using his camera as binoculars to try and look at the coastline, I'm going to take the opportunity to talk a little bit about our travel plans. So if you watched our Q&A, we did mention, or particularly me, I mentioned that I at first wasn't very keen on traveling around Spain because we live here. Now we haven't seen much of Spain. We've lived in Malaga, Seville, and now in the mountains on the east coast of Spain for the last 1 year and 8 months, but we haven't seen much. But Spain still feels like our home, and therefore it doesn't feel very exotic. What do you think, Alex?
Yes and no. I don't know.
Yes
There's
and
so
no.
many places we haven't seen, so...
Yeah, so we wanted to venture out in Europe and maybe travel all the way to Turkey and then around Turkey because we love it over there, and it would have been more of an adventure. But we have decided that we're gonna stay in Spain for now, but then you never know, like we're normally quite impulsive, aren't we?
A bit spontaneous, yeah.
Yeah, we can be. So we might venture further into Europe and go on some kind of crazy journey, but for now we're gonna travel slowly around Spain. The fuel prices are absolutely crazy. I don't know how much they are where you live, but here they are close to €2, and in Spain people don't earn much, so that is pretty high. And that's the diesel. So yeah, we're gonna travel around Spain and we're gonna try to make our best of vlogging and filming for you on YouTube. We're very rusty.
Yeah, what's talking to the camera? I don't know.
It's really strange. My arm can't even hold the tripod. I get really tired. We're so out of practice. And we're still getting into the swing of things. We've been in the van for 3 nights, and we're gonna head down south of Spain, and we don't really have any plans. We don't know how to make van life an adventure. We are used to hitchhiking and exploring exotic different countries like India and places that are very different to Europe. Maybe Spain is exotic to you, is it? Tell us in the comments below if Spain is an exotic place to you guys. But for us it's home. It's beautiful, but it's home. Yeah, that's a little bit about our travel plans. We're gonna head back to the van now because Alex has to prepare for teaching his kids over in China. We will see you a little bit later in the day.
Alright, we're back guys. We just finished 3.5 hours of work. We made a few quick wraps just to fill our bellies, and we read about a nice hike that is quite close to here. Shouldn't be too complicated. It's supposed to be very nice. So we're just going to eat and go. Yeah. We are ready to leave this little beauty behind, and I'm not talking about Malin, I'm talking about a lovely van.
No, this beauty is coming.
Alright. We're all locked up. We got the security camera up and running. Lets us know if we get any movement or anything like that. It's even got an alarm on it. Back door's locked up, valuables are packed away, so we are ready to go.
And we've got a steering wheel lock as well, so anyone who's going to try to steal our love, is she your love?
I don't know.
We put in so much time, heartbreak, I was going to say, heartache and tears and all sorts of things into building this van. So she's staying with us. No one's going to steal her, and we're going to head on that hike we were talking about earlier from this cove, Cala Moraig, to
Cala Yeibeg,
or something like that. We'll put the name here so you will see it. It's supposed to be a pretty easy walk until you get to the actual cove and you have to walk down. That's supposed to be a little bit trickier, but we're looking forward to it. Okay, so we just walked 25 meters or maybe more, 50 meters, and we reached this where it actually says the name of the cove where we're going. So we're going from Cala Moraig to Cala Yeibeg.
How's the pronunciation?
I don't know, I think it's not too bad actually. After all, we do live in Spain. Yeibeg.
Yeah, but it's Valencian.
Yeibeg. What would you say?
Yebe?
Yebe? Maybe Yebe? How would you say that then? Cala
Moraig?
Moraig?
Yeah, maybe.
Anyways.
So how far is it?
Does it say on here?
Yeah, approximate distance 3.4 kilometers.
So it's this little bay here with these houses down here. Anyways, I'm looking forward to this. Not looking forward to walking uphill because we've been walking hills for the last 1 year and 8 months in the mountains where we lived. I was looking forward to flat beach walks, but not happening until we've left this part of Spain.
Well, there wasn't much uphill. That lasted about 30 seconds. Now we're going downhill, and if you're into mountain biking, I tell you what, this would be a lovely little track surrounded by some pretty epic views. So I didn't know there were things like this around the area, but there's this old house kind of built on the side of the hill here amongst the cliff face. Doesn't really give any dates or anything, but yeah, it's a pretty cool little thing.
Says it's an archaeological site, doesn't it?
That's all it says basically. Doesn't say anything about age, which is a bit of a shame really. Yeah, pretty cool.
It's pretty dark here now. We should have done this walk in the morning with the sun on us.
Maybe we'll get some once we get around the other side.
Yeah, we'll see. We're a bit late in the day.
There's actually a little QR code here, and it says that it's the Cove of the Fishermen and Contrabandistas.
Did you scan the code?
You could scan it. I haven't bothered because, well, we're trying to get some exercise at the same time, but if you want to know more about it, it's number 28 on this route, and we'll put the route number up and you can check it out, I guess, if you want.
Alright, let's go. Let's continue.
Yeah. Check out these crazy rock formations.
What am I looking at?
All the crazy rock formations.
All of it. All of it.
Yeah, pretty mental. So the track that we're on just kind of runs along this cliff face right underneath it. Pretty spectacular, to be honest. It's a shame it's not in the sun, but I think once we get around that last face we should get a bit of sunlight. I'm hoping. So there's this little thing behind us called Cova Pepet del Morret. I don't really know what it is. It's a little structure, a little kind of area we have to walk through.
But what is it really? It says The structure consists of a dry stone wall that closes a very small space on the rock with a single opening closed with a wooden door. But what was it used for, does it say?
It's like a makeshift home with tables and chairs and stuff. We did notice there was a fig tree right up high on the cliff face, and there have been a couple of these carob trees around as well. So maybe it was some kind of hideout. I don't know, let imagination go a bit wild.
Hold on, put me together, take me back where I've been.
We are just about to arrive at Cala de Yabeg. I think I'm still pronouncing that right.
Cala Yabeg?
Yeah, whatever, right? We're just on the top of a cliff. I think we're going to start descending down and go and check it out.
The first little spot of sunshine now on this walk. We definitely chose the wrong time of the day to do this. Quite a lot of people, or quite many people, have been coming up this way, so everyone's leaving. Maybe that's a good thing though. Maybe we'll get it to ourselves, or it will be chock-a-block with people,
or it'll be completely without sun and just cold.
It doesn't matter. We did it. We wanted to go for a walk. We didn't even plan this. It just happened.
Okay, let's go. Come on.
Let's go.
This is Marlin's favourite thing, right? Going down.
No, I don't like going down. I'm much better at going up things. Going down, I'm not very good at.
Come on,
I'm not scared of heights at all. Alex thinks I'm crazy. I can go and look over the edge, you know, that sketchy edge over there, and he will get all nervous. But there's something about going down. I'm like scared I'm gonna fall.
Well, let's see your skills. Come on, let's go. Off you go.
Too much pressure. I'll sit down. There's a dog down there.
There you go, she's done it. Hasn't slipped yet. Hey!
What have you found?
Yeah, it's just a bit of information about this cove and the area. So along this whole coastline, 60 kilometers from Benidorm to Denia, they used to do lots of smuggling, and there was lots of piracy as well. So they set up watchtowers along all the hill or the cliffs, and you know, to let people know, maybe it's like a flame or something, to let people know that there were people coming. And even up until the 20th century, there used to be a watch guard used to come down here every morning to make sure no pirate ships or anyone smuggling anything would be here waiting to move. And they used to do tobacco, coffee, what else we got here, sugar, and weapons. Yeah, pretty interesting.
How does it feel speaking like this? You used to be a tourist guide, free tourist guide, walking tour guide in Malaga.
Yeah, I like a bit of history. It's fun to get involved, and especially when you've known the area for so long, it's quite interesting to learn a bit more about it as well.
Yeah, Alex lived in this area for a year.
Yeah. So
when he was little.
Let's go and check the bay out, see what it looks like.
Guys, we're gonna love you and leave you for today, and we will see you tomorrow, probably somewhere very, very close.
Yeah, we're not gonna go too far. Nothing too fast these days. Take it nice and easy.
We hope you enjoyed today with us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Morning, guys. Oh, I slept like a baby last night. How did you sleep, Malin?
I slept. Took a long time to fall asleep, but I slept.
Here we are. It's a lovely, comfy little bed. Not so little, actually. It's pretty big. Yeah, I think it's gonna have an easy morning. Make some coffee. Actually, it's not windy today, so I might fly the drone a little bit.
Yay!
We could just make coffee, walk up there to the viewpoint. There's a very beautiful viewpoint just up the hill, and fly, and then come back and have breakfast.
Is it sunny?
It is.
Good.
Yeah, should we do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so we'll see you guys in a minute.
We've come up to a viewpoint. There's a viewpoint up here where you can see the beach that we visited yesterday, as well as one of the other coves that lies next to it. The idea is to get the drone up in the air, but first we're gonna have breakfast. What are you having for breakfast?
I've got very simple overnight oats, and then we just got some fruit in them.
Cinnamon, a bit of honey, a bit of yogurt. Can't complain with you today, can we? Eh?
No.
This morning, just after we got up and started making breakfast, a couple of guys from a town hall came by and they started putting out lots of no parking signs around the parking lot. So we're actually thinking it might be best just to drive to another spot, because I don't really want to get a knock on the door in the middle of teaching, because that would be absolutely disastrous. Because for every class I miss, I lose $20 fee, which is pretty crazy, and then also lose the money I would earn. So if we lose 3 or 4 classes, then obviously that's a lot more than I earn.
We need to find a parking.
Yeah.
No, maybe not necessarily where we're gonna sleep, but just somewhere where he can teach.
Yeah, and then where Malin can also go out and do something rather than just sitting in the van for 3.5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We're gonna go back to the van and pack up, do the dishes, and then we'll just drive.
Okay, just finished teaching. That was a long 3.5 hours. It dragged on forever. Oh my god.
It was really stressful to get here. Really stressful, because there was actually a little bit of a traffic jam coming into this village. We were like, oh crap, and his computer,
Well, luckily,
which my old computer is very slow.
but luckily it was still on standby, so I didn't have to do the whole load up process. We just had a few quick wraps, and we're not going to stay here any longer. We're going to drive a bit further south down towards Santa Pola.
We're by the beach now, by the way.
But we want to head a bit further south, and there are nice sandy beaches along there, and we can go for a nice walk. So
I need to do some grounding. We've been on stony beaches now.
yeah.
They are not good beaches to walk barefoot, and I really want to walk barefoot. And we're still hanging around the same area where we've been living in the mountains, but down on the coast instead, and we've been here many times.
Yeah, is it? Are we scared to go, or what's the problem?
I'm not really sure.
It's just
Fuel prices, maybe?
No, it's not that. I think it's just we've had a few errands and we stayed in the last place we're at. And,
But
yeah.
the good thing is we ended up in that beautiful place the day before yesterday in the evening, and we got to explore some beautiful coves yesterday. So
Yeah.
I'm really happy about that. I actually think that maybe we should just end the video here, and we will see you either in Santa Pola or in a few days from now, because we're not gonna do what we did when we were doing our hitchhiking videos and series. We filmed everything every day, and we ended up with so much material. We got a year behind in the editing nearly. So I think we're just gonna have to try to find a better balance.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, share it if you want.
You know, all those things. And if you like what we're doing, if you've been following us for a long time but want to support us a little bit extra, head over to our Patreon page as well. The link is up here and down in the description.
Yeah. So thank you guys, and we will see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. He's having a cheeky wee wee.